We all make plans. We have these detailed roadmaps for our careers, for our lives, but what happens when life just doesn't follow the script? Today, we're jumping into a really powerful story about exactly that, navigating those crazy detours and making shift happen, all through some seriously courageous career pivots. Okay, let's get into it. This pretty much says it all, doesn't it? I mean, you can have the most buttoned up, meticulous plan imaginable, a whole system for everything, and bam, you still find yourself completely off course. It's that constant tug of war between our need for control and the, beautiful, messy reality of being alive. So, okay, if the plan goes out the window, what's next? This is the big idea we're unpacking here. It's about taking that bold, inspired step without having the perfect roadmap. It's about finding the courage to just take the next step, even when you have no idea where the staircase is going. So let's look at the first huge leap. This is where the story really begins, leaving the so-called safety of a traditional career path for something completely unknown. A true leap of faith beyond the system she'd always known. So her journey kicked off in education. She loved it, but she felt boxed in. So what'd she do? She took this massive risk and founded a school. It was a total dream come true. But that dream, it led to crippling burnout, hospitalization, and eventually she had to resign. And as a single mom, the wild ride of entrepreneurship was just too much. So she said yes to a government job, really for the stability, for a steady paycheck, and just a moment to catch her breath. After getting back on her feet, another crossroads appears. But this wasn't just another job change. This was about stepping into a totally different universe, the fast-paced, kind of intimidating world of technology. And man, this is the question that just hits you right in the gut at times like these. When your old identity doesn't fit anymore, but the new one hasn't taken shape, you're left spinning, asking, who am I now? It's that space of reinvention, and honestly, it can be absolutely terrifying. Okay, what's so great about this slide is the sheer honesty. I mean, to show you just how new she was to the whole world of cybersecurity, she admits to Googling IDAZ, that's spelled I-D-A-Z, because that's literally what she thought she heard people saying in meetings. It's such a humbling and, let's be real, a hilarious confession of being a total, complete beginner. And, of course, the answer was IDaaS, Identity as a Service. This one little moment just perfectly captures that feeling of being an outsider, trying to learn a language that you don't even know the alphabet for yet. So how did she get from that Google search to training leaders in 13 different countries? This, right here. She just embraced being a beginner. She showed up, she asked the dumb questions, and she flat out refused to quit. Growth wasn't just an option, it was the only option. Okay, so learning the lingo was one thing, but the next, and maybe most crucial phase, was all about fighting for her own value and learning to invest in herself, especially when other people couldn't quite see the vision. So she pitches her boss on this idea to go to a high-performance training seminar. And the response? A total shutdown. I don't see the business value. I mean, that is a classic fork in the road moment in a career. Do you just accept the no, or do you decide to bet on yourself? Well, she took paid time off and went anyway, putting her own time and money on the line. And this just brilliantly shows the result. She came back, took what she learned, and built a leadership program that got a perfect 100% net promoter score. And even better, 68% of the people who went through her program got promoted within a year. The value she created was just undeniable. This incredible advice from her mentor, Carla Harris, basically became her battle cry. It's such a profound reminder, isn't it? You have to be your own biggest champion because nobody else is going to fight for your career the way you will. So, armed with this new mindset and a proven track record of getting results, she prepared to ask for a major raise. But just look at this slide. All the preparation in the world doesn't just erase the fear. She was still human, still totally nervous walking into that high-stakes meeting. But she did it. She walked out of that single meeting with a $110,000 bonus to stay with the company. Just let that sink in for a second. 110 grand, earned in one conversation that was fueled by courage, preparation, and advocating for herself. Wow. All right, let's try to boil this incredible journey down into some key lessons. Because this story, it reveals these 3 really profound truths about leadership and success that, let's be honest, you're just not going to learn in a classroom. Okay, first, trust that you can figure things out. just like she did going from education to tech. Second, remember that everyone wants to shine. Your job as a leader is to be like a stage manager, helping them look good. And third, and this is one of the biggest lessons in leadership, people will always support what they help create. This beautiful quote from Maya Angelou just captures that third lesson perfectly. When you bring people into the creative process, you make them feel seen. You make them feel valued. You empower them. And that feeling is what builds real loyalty and gets people to act. So all of these lessons, pivoting your career, fighting for your worth, empowering the people around you, it all rolls up under one final unifying truth. It all starts with leading yourself. This is the absolute foundation. Before you can ever lead a team or a family or a project, you have to master the art of leading yourself. It is the single most challenging leadership assignment you will ever have. And what that means is we really have to redefine what leadership is. It is not about your title. It is not about where you are on the org chart. Leadership is a daily practice. It's the energy you bring into a space. It's simply about how you choose to show up, day in and day out. And your impact is immediate. The tone you set with your presence, the energy you put out into the room, it all starts with you. So you have to ask yourself, is my leadership creating more possibility for the people around me, or is it shrinking it? And that really brings us to the final takeaway. If you want to make a real, meaningful shift in your career, in your life, in the world, it has to start from the inside out. True, lasting change happens when you learn to lead yourself first. So, as we wrap this up, the question isn't just about the person in this story. It's for you. After hearing all this, after seeing what's possible with just a little bit of courage, what shift will you make happen?